best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
It's tough enough to play defense anyway, but after a return like that, now your mindset has to change a little bit. Instead of going out and just getting settled in the first few plays, you have to be prepared for just about anything.
Caleb going to throw right away. And that's out to the flat for Swift. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackle.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. Williams loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From 4th down to 1st. To throw, it's Williams. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, a Cardinal sin there. Thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. In motion left goes a tight end. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From his goal line here, Goff. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has got it. Oh, a nightmare start offensively. This will be a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to stretch out their lead.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a second and long situation. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep, Kevin Byard. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10. Here's Williams. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way. and they continue to move the ball down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To the air, Williams. Forced out to his left. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go.
They'll go. Here's Williams. He's going to take another shot here. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Rome Odunze, 30 yards. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now it's Goff. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. T.J. Edwards charging hard for that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Johnson, they run with a 4th-round pick, Roschon Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
In motion goes Patrick. Now Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 73 yards. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he won't quite make it to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a little under a minute to go, it's still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really...
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart,
Touchdown, Detroit. Tim Patrick, 68 yards. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
A Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for two. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Throwing is Williams. Steps away to his left. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll try it now with Swift. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Here's Goff. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To throw, Williams. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 82 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. That's complete right side to Kmet. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. So that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team, but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we play 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. He'll drop this one off to Swift. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift taking it in. And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QB is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And it's a pretty good return here, so get this up to the 29. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards. To throw is gone. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now gone. Flushed out right. And it was too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Goff throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game?
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they will score a pick-6 for Bears touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick-6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really, you're almost at the point of no options. You have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball. And that's all she wrote.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident throw right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open. Just a split second too late on the release. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery from 10 yards out. And the Lions get a bit closer. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case.
Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail.
And you're right about that, because the key here is the element of surprise. You have to catch a defense completely unaware that this might happen, this might occur. Unfortunately, somehow they tipped it off, or they were just well coached and on their toes.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Play action. It's Goff. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. Now he's free at the 35. And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
And for Charles Davis and our entire...